What's he doing now?
Just hit live. I already set it up. You just press a button.
Hey, kill the music.
It's going?
Are we live?
I think we're live. Okay, so we're here. If we are live, have we confirmed?
Are we live? Daniel, go see if we're live.
Oh, thumbs up. We're live.
Right, we're live.
Okay,
We're live.
So we are here in Holiday, Utah. I know on the post I said Salt Lake. We're right next to Salt Lake. We're here at our annual certification event for Extreme Focus. We got some of our instructors here as we're in our lunch break right now, but we want to drop some nuggets because we've only had half day so far. We got another half of the day to go. We've been on the whiteboard. We've been taking notes. We got our workbooks here. We're all getting better and learning. What is a nugget that you pulled just from the first half of this 3-day event? So
before you even do this is Aloha Fridays, baby. Come on, business is made casual. And
Aloha,
look at
everyone.
us. You know, it is so awesome. I guess my nugget for you is just how important that mental performance.
I'll be an interviewer here.
Yeah, mental performance is a practice. It's not just a knowing a few phrases. I see so many out there with the great phrases, but you got to live it, man, to become it. And the reason we've had Olympic champions, NFL champions, Major League Baseball MVPs is because we teach a practice. And diving into that further, daily having a practice is so important, which leads you right into your nugget.
Yeah.
And this, Mark McCullough, by the way, was a guest on Aloha Friday, and the connection was actually paused the whole time, but you heard great content. He's awesome. So I hope the connection's actually solid right now. Now you actually get to see Mark in the flesh.
The still picture was better, I think they'll agree. But
yeah, we caught him while he's picking his nose.
Yes,
Frozen for the whole show.
we
So
wanted
go
him
back
to go
and
black.
see that episode.
well, I think, along what was Dave's. Whoa, wait a minute. We just went sideways.
She just nailed it.
So,
Here, hold this.
We
You talk, I'll
got
fix it.
technical difficulties sometimes, and then it got entryways. Well, I think the nugget is off of the mental performance side of things is that when we start to take a look at our habits about who we're becoming, who we're being, what we want to do in life, and what we want to have, is that we all have. Most people have. I won't say all, but most people have. Really kind of uphill dreams, aspirations, desires in life, but our mental attitude, our mental faculties, our mental disciplines about that daily are actually downhill. We got these big uphill dreams, and we got these downhill habits, and we got the downhill mental aspects of those things that when you look at the triggers that we teach and how we do it, it allows you not to only get to a point where you're on that uphill climb, but stay in the zone and being the person that has to become the person that continues to take step after step after step to make that happen. So everything worthwhile is uphill. We got to have the mindset to keep going.
Yeah, and I love that. If your habits are downhill, you're not. It's only pulling you back, man. Pulling you back.
It's kind of like frustration at the opposite. I mean, you're going opposite way. It's just,
And now our stream is downhill because we got it bumped, and now I can't get it back to straight. So you're gonna have to live with a crooked show, I guess. But
we're imperfect human beings, having
Exactly.
so it's okay.
this is the beauty of live coaching, of live Facebook, is you just go with the flow and you adapt and you adjust. We had some technical difficulties before we even got this thing going, and we had to adjust. We had to adapt to make sure that this was still a great experience and you could still have a great environment to learn.
That was a 180-degree
It was,
turn.
we were up till past midnight trying to figure out this technical issue. The whole Wi-Fi went out. Comcast came. Actually, let's blame it on Comcast. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we like to blame here. We blame Storm for a little bit. Then we got out of our hair.
Couldn't be our lack of knowledge or wisdom about
But speaking of those kind of situations, because things go awry in life, as we know, in any area. It doesn't matter what you have planned. A lot of times it can go a different direction. In football, they say 70% of the plays you plan for don't go as you prepared them. And you got to be ready to adjust and adapt in that moment. But it's easy to get emotional. It's easy to freak out like, oh, we got all these, paying coaches that have come in and given us money for us to give them a great value. And now we have some difficulties that were out of our control. What's the one thing that's in our control is the way we respond and our emotions towards that. So one of the things from this morning that we discussed was the idea of SAPA, S-A-P-A. We got it on the board over there. And it's self-awareness, positive attitude. We can have a positive attitude all we want. Oh, we're going to fix it. We're going to make it great. But if you have no self-awareness for where you at, then you don't know where to transfer that into the right positive direction. So we talked about, it's not about hiding those emotions. It's not about beating yourself up because of those emotions come out. We're human. It's understanding and allowing those emotions to come to the surface, but it's how you move through those emotions. And that's what we just got into today. Tony Bodo presented another one of our coaches virtually. So that was another hurdle we had to adapt to make sure he was able to present virtually. And we've just been having a blast. We just got started. We have 2.5 more days to go because we still have today, and then we have Saturday and Sunday, and already it's got off to a fast start.
Well, that's the part I wanted to say, that even with the curves, you talk to anybody here, they're like flying. They're like all knowing that, oh my gosh, I'm here. I knew I had to be here, but I didn't understand it until they got here. Already in the first half, they're at a whole new level. And so, yeah, we talked about what happened to us that could have gotten in our way, but it didn't get in our way. It rocked.
Well,
it absolutely rocked.
To your point, not like in life, the only people that know anything went wrong was us.
Right.
Because they're in here, they think, hey, this is a natural deal.
Show must go on.
In a whole nother Super Bowl room and have that planned out. They don't know anything about it. They just say, hey, this is a great experience, a great environment, and it's all good. So I think that's a big lesson and a takeaway I just take away from you is in life, our expectations that we set, everybody else experiences as we are. So if we don't use SAPA and we go back down to where we think that expectation fell to, we're actually sabotaging ourselves and really kind of robbing them of the full potential of the experience. So
exactly. And we're going to, in the second half, actually dive into our visions, the vision of it. And actually, I'm going to add in there, because I was taking notes too, is the expectation piece of it. And I want and bring that back up, because when we talk about the vision, the expectations of, okay, I'm becoming a new person. Now let's assess the expectations on that, because only we know.
Yeah, well, if Dave would have started in, oh, hey, guys, I'm so sorry. This is a total debacle. We don't have internet. We don't have this. We didn't have that. Comcast screwed this up, and now we got to be in this room. It would have been an energetic sigh. But nobody knows any different.
But you know what I did?
Now they do. Now everybody knows.
Yeah, but what I did is I looked.
We
should show this. I just looked at, wow, how lucky we are that we're in this room instead of that room. I love that room. Don't get me wrong.
Natural light. I love
I was looking at the trees. I'm looking at the pool. I'm looking at all the flowers. I'm going, how lucky are we that it just kind of fell this way?
Right.
I always look. Sometimes you might look at something like, oh, this is a roadblock. But if you kind of keep your emotions from getting in the way, instead of a roadblock, it could be an amazing opportunity. So that's really just an example of how I look at life. I'm going, I would have never thought of using this room.
Well, the emotions are the ones that create those roadblocks. They block us out from being aware to the possibilities that, hey, no, something's telling us that there's a better opportunity on here, but sometimes we're just still, no, I'm going to freaking make this work instead of just surrendering to what the reality is. That's the self-awareness part. And then, okay, with a positive attitude, I am going to make this the best thing ever. So with that, we got to get back to coaching here and rally the troops and get going again. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the nuggets that we've already taken from this on this Aloha Friday. That's why we're all in our Aloha shirts, casual today. We're casual, or where greatness is made casual. So thank you guys all for tuning in. And we're gonna have to see how to turn this off. Actually, let me put this down.
Where's our
First time you guys